Community Education Channel presents Community View, an inside look from our community members' perspective. Hello, thanks for joining us today. I'm Melissa Anderson. He's been the mayor of Leeds for a year now. My guest today is Mayor Bill Hoster, and he's going to tell us how things are going in Leeds. Welcome, Mayor Hoster, and thanks for joining me today.
Melissa, thanks for having me.
You've been around for a year now. How's it going? How do you feel?
I feel great. Survived it, and it's been, I think I've used this term before, drinking from a fire hose to try and learn all the ins and outs, but it's been great.
What's been happening over the past year in Leeds since I was out there last?
Well, you know, we've had several large annexations apply for the town of Leeds, which would take us further north a little bit up to Tokerville on the west side of I-15, and we've also had some additional developers that have approached the town to try and get their projects moving. It seems that after the bubble has burst a little, they want to leverage some of the available labor at not such high costs.
Yeah, and with high interest rates and things, that might be slowing down a little bit, but what kind of commercial developments are we talking about?
Well, we have one that it still sits in BLM. That one's kind of neighboring next to us, but this is the athletic recreation complex that Zion's Landing is targeting. And then they've got a large parcel next to that where they're looking to put in some hotels and short-term rentals and other kind of high-end homes that they're looking to put in there. And that's about all we know right now.
Now, Leeds is kind of a rural community, farming, a mixture of not much out there, but it seems to be growing. Tell us about the diversity that you're seeing. You have one little spot of businesses, but are you looking to put in some more?
Yeah, it's been rough. We had one store and it closed down, and for whatever reasons, and it hasn't reopened, and it's just kind of left a lot of the town in a lurch. So we hope to have more available for the citizens of Leeds that can access their necessities and some of the niceties too.
What's the draw then there when it comes to tourism or people passing by? I mean, what's the reason to get them off the side of the road?
You know, there's a lot. We have the Historic Museum in Leeds, which brings a lot of people. I was surprised at how many people it does bring from all over, and they get to see all of the historical elements of Leeds and the silver mining that was there. At one time, I think that town was like 3,000 people. And so it shows a lot of that, but we also have enormous amounts of riding, hiking trails that go up into the Oak Grove area and Pine Valley Mountain. And that access right there at Leeds is convenient. We do have a restaurant, Casa Caliana, that is right there at the exit that is always packed, and it's very authentic Mexican food, and then a pizza joint right next to it that is always doing well. And so those little shops do well for the tourists that do come through and find them.
So without that, what's the tax base made from?
Well, we are a majority of property taxes to fund the city, and we also have some additional taxes with our roads and such that come in, but we don't have a lot in business. We are anticipating to increase that, improve it a little bit with some of the places that have wanted to turn some residential properties into commercial that we're assessing, and so it's a little bit of a process. We are still very dedicated to keeping Leeds kind of sparse and very quaint, and we don't want to put a Target in or a Walmart. You know, we do think that it's going to be more of the smaller, accommodating stores and businesses that we've got 1,000 people there now. I don't suspect that we'll have a whole lot more in the next couple of years. So those businesses that would cater to that population.
And how's your water situation out there?
Well, you know, Leeds is unique in the fact that we have our own water company there. And so that's really, we do harmonize a lot with the Washington Water Conservancy District with regard to the total amount of water. We're all using the same glass, if you will, to drink from. But our water situation is unique in that we had a lot of agriculture water that was allocated for shares, as well as the culinary water in a different bucket. And so we do have room for growth with regard to the water that we have, paper water, if you will. Then we try to get into what the wet water is, and we can't get real answers. And I don't think anybody knows how much actual water is available. But we're very, very cautious in allowing anyone a will serve letter to build or expand what they're trying to do, given consideration of the water situation and making sure that all of the availability is definitely vetted before they get a will serve letter.
Well, it seems like everyone's trying to protect their water rights and protect their rights, and I'm sure we'll have that conversation on another day as well. So, any big, huge projects coming up in the next few months, or is it just kind of same as?
Well, Leeds sits between two major projects for the Washington Water Conservancy and Ash Creek, and so we're going to be digging up Main Street over the next year. It seems putting in new piping that'll connect the reservoir that's going to be up by Tokerville out to Quail Creek, and then some developers who are going to be turning some dirt here soon. So those are about it.
All right, well, we'll have to visit with you again to find out how that's going. So thank you so much and wish you the best in 2023.
Come visit us again.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. And thanks to you, all of you, for watching, and feel free to share the post and share it on YouTube and other social media so that they can find out what's going on in Leeds as well. Hope you have a great day. Watch Community View on YouTube, Facebook, and TDS channels 22 and 108.